Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my room. We are back in Edinburgh. It's been a while since you've probably seen this setting, but it's good to be back here for semester 2 of second year. This week's video is going to be an interrailing Q&A. I went interrailing and I feel like I have a lot of wisdom to share with you guys because I know if I did it again, I would do a lot of things differently. I made the Q&A myself because I couldn't find a specific interrailing Q&A. So I have 10 questions and I'm just going to go through those with you guys. How long did you interrail for? I interrailed for 3 weeks. Where and when did you go? So when did I go? It was the summer I finished my A-levels, which I believe was 2017. That's when I went. And where did I go? To too many places is what I would say. So this is the route that we took. We didn't take any flights. We took trains the whole way. First we went to Amsterdam. Then we went to Berlin. Then we went to Prague. Then we went to Munich. Then we went to Vienna. Then I believe we went to Zagreb. Then we went to a small beach town called Rijeka along the coast of Croatia. We didn't go to Italy, did we? Oh, no, then we went to Milan. Then we went to Basel in Switzerland. And then we went to Paris. 10 cities in 3 weeks. And you can see how hard it was for me to remember them. That just goes to show we did too many. Yeah, but I'll get into that later. Group size, there were 6 of us. I'll comment on that later. 6 too many. Or maybe like 3 too many. How many nights average? It was like I would say like a 2-night average, but sometimes it was 1 and then sometimes it was more than 1. So for example, in Amsterdam, I ended up being there for 6 days, 6 nights with my best friend, but that's a story time in itself that I'll get to later on. And then for example, Milan, we were in Milan for 1 night. So it was a real mixture, but I'd say the average was 2 nights. What pass did you get? I can't remember. It might have been like a certain amount of cities in a certain amount of days, but I'll put it somewhere here if I can find it. It was a couple years ago. How much did it cost? So the whole trip, I think the idea was like interrailing under £1,000. 10 cities, like you do it all underground, which is why it's usually worth it. We stuck to that. I'm quite good at budgeting my money when I go away, I would say. So mine was, I think, around £800 in total. And that was with mishaps and everything. Like, it doesn't always go smoothly. Payment methods. To pay for things, I used a combination of like cash because most countries are going to be euros, and then I had a Monzo card, so I would recommend getting one of those like travel cards where you don't get charged like you would on your normal bank card, like a fee for using your card in a foreign country. Regrets. I have a few. First regret is the group size was too big. 6 of us. I said in my first video, like, small circle, so why did I decide to go interrailing with 6? I think I was learning. Like, that experience meant I would never do that again. Initially we were fine and we weren't super close with each other anyway. I went with my best friend at the time and another really close friend, and then with her school friends. So there were 2 people that I knew really well and the others that I've met at like social things. So it was quite nice that we got to know each other more on the trip, but it kind of went that it was 3 and 3 just because there were too many opinions at times. So I would say like a smaller group works better. I would do it with no more than 3. I'd probably even happily do it on my own. Another regret was definitely how long we spent in each place, which I think was really stupid. Like, okay, this is the story time. So we were all in charge of different things. So like one might have been in charge of booking all the hostels, and one might have been in charge of booking the trains, and I was in charge of everyone's train reservations and the passes. So we all met at King's Cross St Pancras in London and got on our train, and I gave everyone their passes. I was like, yeah, here you go, here's your pass. And we also had booked train reservations, which is another regret. Do not book train reservations, you don't need to. There'll be a train for you to get on, don't worry. But we read on a blog, book train reservations just to make sure you get to your destination. Anyway, when we got to Brussels, I think it was, and we were supposed to get on our train to Amsterdam, which we had pre-booked, we didn't have the tickets for them because I left them at home, and everyone was really annoyed because we'd all paid for the tickets, like to get our seats on these special trains. So then I ended up staying in Amsterdam longer because my mum sent the tickets to my friend's auntie's house. So we had to wait 6 days for them to arrive. It was great that like we found the tickets, but that's why I was in Amsterdam for longer. So the group actually split up. So at one point there was like a whole country between us because we were in the Netherlands and my friends ended up in Prague. So I didn't even go to Berlin. It was just crazy, like, and then to do that journey, it was maybe like a 20-hour journey or something. Too many cities, because having done Amsterdam for 6 days and then like getting to Prague and being there for 2 days, but then we were in Basel, Switzerland for 1 night. Like, it was just, there were so many. I think we were in Paris for 2 nights. That could have been longer, but just 1. I would say minimum 2 nights per place, ideally 3. And some places I would say like stay for 5, like enjoy it. But 3 weeks was a good amount of time. By the last week, we all did get really fed up of each other, but I think we all got ill and all of the rest of it. Achievements. So I think things that we did well would definitely be our route, as in like how we like we went across, then we went down, then we went a bit up. So, and we didn't fly in. Loads of people I know flew in, and I think it's an achievement to have interrailed the whole way through. One thing as well that I really appreciated was that I got a taster for a lot of European cities. Like, I feel like I've been to a lot of European cities now because of this trip. And I know which ones I want to go back to and which ones I don't really have like so much of a desire to see. Like, I feel like, yeah, I've seen it, I've done the touristy things, and there's nothing pulling me towards it. So for example, I'm going back to Vienna this summer, and that like, and one reason why I really wanted to go back was because when I went interrailing, I really liked the city. I think doing the whole trip is an achievement in itself. Like, we were 18, we'd all turned 18 by that point. And I don't know, like, it was very independent, just getting around Europe by yourself, not being able to speak a lot of the languages, but trying your best. If you did it again, what would you do differently, and would you do it again? I think I've mentioned what I'd do differently, but I would say book your hostels in advance. That takes off a lot of pressure, and also in Europe, they do just get expensive as like close to the time. As soon as you know you're going, one of the first things I do is think of your route and book your hostels. And they just take a deposit first, so don't worry about not being able to maybe afford the whole amount. Would I go again? No, I'm not planning on interrailing again. I think I just would want more comfort. I definitely say do it, like, it's an amazing experience, but you know when sometimes You only need that amazing experience once in your life. I don't need to do it again, but it was fun while it lasted. But anyway guys, I hope that I've given you a little insight into my trip, that you've learnt a few things from my experience, and that if you're planning an interrailing trip, you're not gonna make the same mistakes and take the same L's that my friends and I took. I'll see you guys in my next video, and thank you for watching. Bye!